Dolph Roman of the Roman Show here with Teddy Hart. Thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure having me.
Major League Wrestling comes here to Fort Lauderdale. You were in the original MLW, and it came back. First and foremost, what was your reaction when you heard that Court Bauer was going to make this thing? Because first, initially, was let's try it out, let's see how this first one goes, and then just been continuation, and now you guys are on Bain Sports.
Court's a very smart guy, one of the smartest guys in wrestling, and very connected. If he puts his effort and his mind on a specific plan, I think he's been successful. He's always been a big fan of Teddy Hart, which is nice because sometimes promoters, they'll take me the wrong way or they won't understand the potential. And I think Court's about developing talent and taking advantage of the potential and the third generation last name. And he's all about work ethic. You work hard for Court and you have respect, you get treated the same way. And so far it's been an excellent experience in MLW. I'm really happy it came back, happy it's on TV. I get to do what I love to do, which is entertain the world and keep my family's legacy and name alive.
Teddy, you have a long history of resume. I mean, you were actually, correct me if I'm wrong, the youngest signee of then WWF, now WWE.
Absolutely. Always honored to be able to say that I worked for the WWE, and I was the youngest guy to ever sign there. Just always a goal to get back there, but as of right now, MLW is giving me a great opportunity, and as we said, it's TV. Anytime you get to be on TV is a blessing. As a wrestler, you do a lot of independent shows, and with social media the way it is and YouTube, you get a lot of viewers, but if you're on TV, it's a special thing. Not a lot of guys get the opportunity to showcase themselves on a national level, and I wish for the best for MLW. Thank God Court's back, and Mr. St. Laurent's another guy in the back just working his ass off and trying to make this happen for us. It's a nice place to work, and they bring in the best talent that basically money can buy. And they pick a day that we don't have other shows, so it doesn't conflict with anything, which is nice too. And again, just anytime you get to be on TV and work with your friends and do something you love to do and live your dream, I consider myself blessed every day. So
You mentioned Mr. St. Laurent, and then I was reading to Pablo Marquez, who's from here in Florida. You've had your little relationship with him as well.
He was always nice to me too, Pablo. Met a lot of wonderful people in the wrestling business, and it's just we're all family. We got to stick together. It's a rare sport. We have to trust each other with our safety, right? So as much as we hate each other in the ring, the whole thing of understanding what this sport is about teamwork, working together, making each other look good, and creating a brand and a style that won't be touched by any other promotion in the world. I think MLW has hit it right on so far from what I've been seeing. I'm extremely satisfied with that company, and hopefully we get a long run at this and we all start to make some more money.
Teddy, we all saw the success that the All In pay-per-view had this past weekend. What does it mean for you? You've been in the game for some time. You've been in AAA. You've been in Japan. You've been in the WWE, MLW, so many promotions. But what does it mean to you and for independent wrestlers? Does they give a breath of fresh air?
Thank God Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks are so savvy and smart, and social media got behind them, and they run a great product, and they've worked their asses off for a long time to cultivate that audience. And I knew they'd hit a home run with the show. They understand great wrestling. They're all workhorses and extremely nice people outside the ring and very intelligent businessmen. And All In gives every wrestler on the planet another place to work. And I hope they run 10 more shows, or I hope they just keep running consistently. I bet they could. My opinion is they could do one every month and sell out every month if they pick the right cities. I think the fans will follow them around and get behind it. And WWE should take note of what they're doing, and hopefully they'll start doing a little bit more NXT-style wrestling on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. I think NXT has really done a great job, and Triple H has done a great job with NXT and bringing in the best talent I've ever seen the WWE have, I think, in their history. And it gives them some competition now with New Japan being so popular and smart, and New Japan delivering such a strong brand, and the best matches I've seen in a long time have come from the New Japan dojo, the New Japan promotion. And again, that's kind of an offshoot of what All In is. I think it's a combination of New Japan and the best indie guys out there. So
You talk about legacy. Here in MLW, we got the new Hart Foundation. Tell me a little bit about how cool is that?
Again, anytime I get to honor my family's name and carry on a tradition that we spent 3 generations cultivating, it's a dream come true for me. It's nice to work with my cousin Harry or Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Brian Pillman Jr. too. It's a lot of pressure for him having to fill his dad's shoes, but he's done a great job so far. He comes in prepared, he's in shape, he's training hard, and we just want to make fans happy and be remembered as the greatest tag team or greatest trio that's ever blessed professional wrestling. And we have our work cut out for us. But as the old expression, pressure either makes you or breaks you. And I think it's going to make us into a diamond, and we're going to shine for the whole world to see.
We saw the success of the Elite, the Hart Foundation. Could we get that type of recognition? And we already know what the recognition it has in the WWE and what they made. But how about now in the indie scene, the new generation of Hart Foundation? Can you guys have the same success? And what do you think it's going to take?
That's, I think, hard work and cool moves and showing up on time and keeping our game face on and just remembering what this is about as, again, making people look good and taking care of the number one thing in wrestling, which is work ethic, responsibility, and accountability. Anytime you see us in the ring, you're going to know that we trained our asses off to be the best possible individuals or group that wrestling has to offer. And just want to say thanks very much for the interview. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you, Teddy. Thanks so much, and I look forward to see you in action in MLW, man.
God bless you.
This is The Roman Show.